Good afternoon, people. How is everyone doing? I am back with another episode of Savage Life. If I sound a little raspy or my voice is a little off, I've had a little throat problem lately that I'm just not getting over. So just bear with me as I try to get through this and give y'all some updates of what's going on and dive into the topic that I have for today. Lots been going on in social media and in the news and stuff like that. I think the hottest thing right now that I just got finished watching was the P. Diddy documentary on Netflix that 50 Cent produced. Yo, if y'all haven't seen that, then go check it out. I will, and that's the first time I've really sat through a 4-part documentary series like that on P. Diddy, because I was genuinely interested after seeing all of the social media chatter that it was getting. And 50 is like the number one hater. I wouldn't want to get on 50's bad side for anything. Just to be totally honest, I would not want to make enemies or cross paths with 50 in a negative way, because he takes it all the way through there. He goes all the way through there. I'll do a separate podcast on that alone in its entirety, because I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it again, take a few notes, and make sure that I hit on all the points that I want to hit on, because it was a lot of information going through that documentary, and it was a lot of stuff I didn't know. You know, it was some stuff that in there that was brought to light. I was like, yo, this boy here is wild. But it's for a different time, and I'll speak on that later. I wanted to open up and say I wanted to do a 2 or 3-part series on sexual satisfaction, and I thought I was going to do primarily women. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I was going to do primarily women, and I was going to canvas, different young ladies that I know, just to ask them, the importance of sexual satisfaction. And I got a few replies back, not as many as I thought. I guess it's such a personal question or such a vague question. I didn't get all the responses that I was planning on getting back, but it is what it is, So, first, let me lay the groundwork, right? Let me get the basics out of the way, and try to go down a path that I plan on achieving with what I'm trying to do. So, sexual satisfaction for women varies. Okay, so it's shown that around 46 to 60% of women achieve orgasms with their preferred sex partner. Right? So just right about half of women are achieving an actual orgasm when having sex with their partner. That's something to think about now. And I am saying partner because that's going to include women on women as well as men on women. So even that, it can vary, right? It can vary even with that, because I think now it has been some studies that women that have lesbian encounters achieve a better percentage of sexual orgasms, just pure sexual orgasms. Jesus Christ, I am struggling today. Sexual orgasms and sexual satisfaction with other women. So, fellas, We are behind the 8 ball right now when it comes to sexual satisfaction in women. Now, I myself, personally, in my own personal life, I have not had sex with a woman that I was not able to satisfy. At least that's what they have told me. Now, fellas, you got to set your ego aside for a second. All right? Set your ego to the left. Because you are not going to satisfy every woman that you're with. Right? Because women get sexual satisfaction differently. You know, some women like that ground and pound. Some women don't. You have some women that have never achieved an orgasm through penetration, which I find is wild, but it happens. There's women out there that have never achieved a orgasm through penetration, only through oral or through sex toys. And I think a lot of times that's a mental thing. To me, that's a mental thing. Or niggas is just coming quick, you know. Or a brother may have ED or something like that, you know. And don't jump on the brothers that got ED. I know, ladies, it's a frustrating thing, but ED is a medical condition. Now, I'm not gonna jump on. I'm not gonna climb all over a person who has a medical condition. All right, so you do what you got to do to handle your ED, and then you do what you got to do to handle your lady. Pure and simple. Anyway, let's not very too far off track here. So, the orgasm gap, quote unquote, says men consistently report higher orgasm rates in preferred sex partners, 70 to 85%, compared to women at 56 to 58%. Well, duh. We as men, we're not gonna stop until we achieve that orgasm. And for some reason, some of us are a little lazy and can be a little lazy and can be a little disingenuous when it comes to completely satisfying your partner. Now, for me personally, again, I'm gonna throw myself into this because I am the only reference that I can reference to, all right? Because I haven't asked any fellas. I can do, that's part of the 2 or 3 part series. I asked the ladies and I asked the fellas that I know. So right now it's the ladies. So I will throw myself in there. Now, as for me as a partner, if we're in a sexual encounter, my goal is to completely satisfy you. That's my goal. My goal is to completely satisfy you. My goal is to make the sexual experience as enjoyable as I can. All right. Now, I know I am grown enough to know, I've lived on this earth long enough to know that I am not going to be everybody's cup of tea in the bedroom. I get that. Like a lot of times on my social media, like on Instagram or on my Snapchat, I do a lot of sexual stuff or make a lot of sexual memes. A lot of them, probably 90% of them, geared toward threesomes and polygamy, right? Having two women, because I ain't doing no other dude. 2 women, and a lot of sexually themed videos and memes. And I get ridiculed for it. You know, you just want to do this, you just want to do that. I don't share. Well, okay, well, it's somebody out there that does. I mean, it just is what it is. But okay, so to piggyback off of that, I'm gonna go and say this. One of the biggest reasons why I have not had a threesome, because the women that I know that are interested in something like that, we are not attracted to the same type of women. And I'm gonna kind of leave it right there. I'm gonna leave that open right there. The women that I know, the ladies that I know that are interested in something, in that type of activity, we are not attracted to the same type of women. And that I really think that poses a problem, because I feel like if I'm attracted to you and we venture into that field, that we should have someone that we both are attracted to. You know what I'm saying? Because the type of women that I am attracted to are going to look like the person that I'm attracted to. Well, it's always complete opposite. Some of the ladies are not attracted to the same type of lady, the same type of woman that they look like, which is baffling to me. But that's another situation. That's another conversation for another time. Let's get back on point. So, yeah. So men are going to experience a better experience when it comes to having an orgasm. Even though women like sex just as much as men do. They like to put on this front. Fellas, they like to fuck just as much as we do. All right? And they can get, if they really like you, they'll be the nastiest little motherfucker that you've ever been in your life. But here's the thing, they gotta like you. You have to be in tune. You get something. It's got to be something about you that brings that out of them. You know. And then when it comes out, some of you niggas can't handle it. I've seen that. I've seen the freak side come out of some women and scare the fuck out of a lot of these niggas, and especially these older guys. That's why a lot of these older ladies, these middle-aged, the older ladies, they're going after these YNs because they don't give a fuck. These YNs are open to anything. They'll do anything. I will give these young cats credit. I give you young 20-year-olds credit. Y'all are open to anything. Y'all will fuck anything at any time at any given place. Y'all have no fucking nothing. Whereas like older men, because we know we ain't fucking like that. I'm not fucking like I was in my 20s. All right, I'm not slinging dick like it was in my. If I was slinging dick in my 20s, now that I'm 46, I'd be hell. But unfortunately, I'm 46. I've gotten older. I've gained a little weight. I got high blood pressure. You know, I got shit going on with me. So I don't swing dick like I used to. I wish, but I'm honest with myself. You know, that does not mean I don't know how to. Now, don't get it fucked up. I still know how to dump dick. I just don't do it like I was in my 20s. Anyway, let's move on. So, we're talking about the sexual satisfaction of women. All right. Now, there is a thing where most women achieve higher orgasm rates through clitoral stimulation. Now, fellas, if you don't know what a clitoris is, you've got no business being down there. If you don't know how to please the clitoris, don't go down there because you're going to do nothing but piss her off. All right? You're going to do nothing but piss her off. All right? So, if your lady has to have her clitoris stimulated in order to achieve that orgasm, some women do, some women don't. But if you have one of the women that has to have that, then I suggest you start taking some classes or start taking direction. Because she will direct you if you allow her to. Fellas, don't get it. Again, you really gotta put your ego to the side, because at that point, it's about her. When you start making it about her, then she's gonna feel more comfortable with you. She's gonna feel like you're not just there for a nut. You're there for the pleasure of both of you. So I suggest, even because this has been an issue for a long time for a lot of women, that them men chewing on the clitoris, no, don't do that. Do that. You got to be gentle down there, because that's at a very, very, very sensitive spot. Very sensitive spot. So you got to learn your way around the clitoris. Learn your way around the pussy. Okay? Don't be afraid to eat the pussy. All right? Eating pussy is an art form. Just like sucking dick. Okay? Eating pussy is an art form. I don't eat pussy for your pleasure, baby. I eat it for mine. I do that for me. You're just a byproduct of what I want to do. Okay? That's just when you got a man that's totally down there and he is totally focused and chimed in on what he's doing, and he actually loves the shit, and he ain't doing the shit just because you want it, you got a different type of brother. That brother is genuinely locked in, like, I'm going to devour this shit. Because I get turned on about it. So, remember, fellas, all right, just be careful when you're down there and take notes, take direction. She'll give you, if you listen, here's the thing, I'm gonna drop a little knowledge. Pay attention to her body. Her body will tell you all you need to know. I know it's hard to focus and fuck at the same time, but you got to do it. And when she say right there, nigga, don't move. Right there. Stay there. Don't switch it up. If she openly tells you right there, do not switch that up, you keep hitting that same spot. I don't give a fuck if you catch a charla horse in your back. You hit the same spot every time. All right. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Like I said, I asked a few ladies, about sexual satisfaction. I got some different answers though. I got answers in which I wasn't expecting. I was really expecting. I guess the number one answer I got was he has to be able to eat the pussy. He has to be able to have oral. He got to be an eater. That is the number one answer that I got. He has to be an eater. He has to be able to do what he needs to do when it needs to be done. Fair enough. I can legitimately understand that, because even for me, oral stimulation is an absolute must. And you got to know what you're doing down there. And I always say, like, if you don't like doing it, all you got to do is tell me. Okay? If a woman does not like giving head, right? And I'm going to stand by this. If she don't give head, she don't know how. If she doesn't love giving head, her head game is trash. And I stand by that. I'll down that hill. I will down that hill. If she doesn't love giving head, she is most likely trash at it. It is most likely probably going to be the most unusual and unpleasant experience you may have. Trust me, I've been through it. I'll never go through it again, because I always any lady that I have involved with myself with, and like that, that's a key factor. That's a red flag for me. If she doesn't love head, there's really no point. I mean, somehow we get to that, we get on that conversation, and then we go into it, and I can tell just by talking to you. I can tell by talking to you if head is your thing or not. So I'm just gonna leave that little tidbit just sitting out there like that. Let's see what else. So let me look through my notes here. So yeah. So one thing that was really interesting, and one young lady said he has to have an extreme level of understanding of intimacy, which is very good. She loves non-sexual things that can build up to the act. Now that right there, that's key. That's key. Foreplay and flirting. And the thing about it is, there's a lot of niggas lose that. That's a lost art for a lot of niggas. Foreplay and flirting and stuff like that. Hell, even cosplay. Now, I wanted to dabber and venture off into cosplay or role play, so to speak. I guess I'm getting it wrong. Cosplay and role play are two different things. Yeah, well, cosplay while role play. How about that? So, role playing is an exciting part of really, really getting to know each other, or really, really getting into starting that sexual fire, starting that intimacy. Intimacy is also very important. Be intimate with your partner. It ain't all about just stab the pussy, bend it over, flip it up, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. No. Intimacy is very important for a lot of women. Now, you got some women that that wham bam thinking, man, I'm headed out. But for a lot of women, the sexual act is such a personal act. They want to feel some type of way when they're with you. They want to feel some type of way with you when they're with you, not just like, okay, like I said before, he just here for a nut. Intimacy is very important. Being intimate with your partner. Again, fellas, put your fucking ego to the side and just listen to your lady. Just listen to her. She'll tell you everything you need to know without telling you. You know what I mean? It'd be subtle little hints she'll drop. Subtle things she'll say. And you should be able to piece that together. I know we don't read minds, but we're not dumb neither. You know how to catch a hint. Nigga, you know how to dissect the 2-3 defense, but you can't figure out what your lady is trying to say when it comes to sex. Come on, man. You gotta be versatile. All right? You gotta be versatile. Then if you're not like that, then she's gonna find somebody that will. Trust me on that. If you're not doing what you should be doing, if you're not doing the job you're supposed to be doing, you will be fired and replaced. And don't get it twisted. Women have every woman has that dick in waiting. No matter what she look like, no matter how much she love you, no matter how much she adores you, no matter how long she's been together, every woman has that dick in waiting. Okay? Every woman. I don't give a fuck what she say. No, not me. Yes, you. Yes, especially you. Every woman has that dick in waiting. If you go in 90% of the women's inbox right now, it's a bunch of dicks that's going to be thrown at you. All right? So just be able to take care of it. Don't give her an excuse to do it. You know what I mean? Don't give her a reason and say, hey, this is why. Handle your business at all times. If you handle your business at all times, she will take care of you. That's without question. What was another one? Emotional safety. The same young lady said, also be able to provide emotional safety. She says, I don't care what anyone else says. When each person feels safe to truly be themselves without judgment, you get a whole different level of sex from them. I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think that once a person gets used to you, even for men, even with us men, we'll go once we get comfortable with you. We'll damn sure go the extra mile. You know, to do whatever it has to be done to reach that level. Women are, you gotta think about, women are very emotional. They're very emotional creatures. So that's why they're easily to forgive us for the bullshit that we do. Okay? And I'm talking to you niggas, and myself included, because I have been full of shit at one point in my life as well. I am guilty of it. But at the same time, you know, allowing a woman to feel safe with you is top tier, is top notch, because she's safe enough to do whatever the fuck she wants to do to you sexually and not have to worry about it. She don't have to feel being judged. She don't feel like she has to be monitored or for lack of a better word, watered down. I think that's what I want. You don't want the watered down version of her. And once she feels safe with you, you get the straight no chaser. And again, I go back to, you know, something I said earlier, when you unlock that freak in her, when you unlock that sexually uninhibited person, you're gonna get a different level and a whole different motherfucker when it comes to sex. And you might not be ready for it. A lot of women hold that freak in. It's jumping up and down trying to get out, but she can't give it to everybody. You can't give that monster. You can't give that monster to every nigga that you meet. That monster is held within to a person who makes you feel a certain way that you accept the fact that monster coming out, and you feel safe with it coming out. That's only for the select few. You got to be the upper echelon to get that from a lot of women. Because a lot of them got that. I promise you, a lot of them got that monster in them, and some of you niggas will not be ready for it. And I'm sure there's a lot of women that got stories, you know, when they got to that level with the guy they were dealing with, and it shocked them. It shocked them because you think you're getting this type of person who is, excuse me, who is, oh, she knows, nice and sweet and tame. You know, we enjoy each other till you get a total beast in the bedroom, and you were like, wait a minute, hold up. I wouldn't have expected all of this. It happens. It happens. Like I said, I'm sure it's a lot of women that can attest, that they can give plenty of confessions and stories about that one. Another one. She says, deep kisses, foreplay, and listen to me when I tell you how I like it. Again, let's go back to what I was saying. Listen to your lady. If you listen to her, and also pay attention to how her body reacts to what you do, it will tell you everything you need to know. It will tell you everything you need to know. It's just common. I'm not gonna say it's common sense, but it should tell you everything you need to know. So when she gives you direction, it's okay to take direction, man. It's okay to take direction, because she's not directing you. She's not directing you because you're doing it wrong. She's directing you because she wants you to do it better. She wants you to understand her body so she doesn't have to. She's not telling you, because if you were doing it wrong, she'd just tell you to stop. if you were doing it all fucked up, trust me, she'll be like, okay, hold up, this is bullshit, stop. Most women that I know will just flat out tell you. You know, but if she's directing you and you're listening to her, and you're like, okay, when you do this, do that. When you do that, do this. You know, I'm not saying that feel good. I'm just telling you how to make it better. I'm telling you how to advance your game. She's kicking game to you without you knowing. So just be cognizant of that and be mindful of that. When she was like, hey babe, I just need you to turn your head this way, or take your hand and put it here, or suck here. You know, she's not telling you that she's having a bad experience. She's telling you how to expand and make the experience better. So you got to keep that in mind when you're doing that, because I know a lot of niggas with a lot of egos. There's a lot of niggas with a lot of egos, and some of y'all sometimes don't know what the fuck y'all doing, and then y'all get pissed off, and then y'all always blame the woman. So, yeah. But anyway, that's all I got for right now. I'm going to end that part 1, and then I'll dive into part 2 with a different way, with a different type of spin on it. This would be part 2, most likely contain a lot of the men's side, and I will be kicking a lot of facts that us as men do for sexual satisfaction when it comes to our lady. Okay? So, with that being said, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. I'll catch y'all on part 2. Peace.